Hello, Robin Thomas here, also known as Braids By Rah. Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about what I have in store for you all for the next 12 weeks. Yes, I said 12 weeks. We are about to go on a protective styling one-on-one. Yes, me and you. I'm going to be talking directly to you about how to grow your hair with the aid of protective braiding styles. Everybody's ultimate goal is to have healthy hair. And we know that with black hair, sometimes having our hair out is just too much. And we have to protect our hair with protective braiding styles. So I'm here to help you all learn all about protective braiding styles so that we can do it the healthiest way possible. Go ahead and hit subscribe so that you don't miss any videos, because I'm telling you, it's going to be 12 weeks of information, packed on information about all types of protective styles and things like that. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit subscribe because you don't want to miss any videos. Go ahead and hit like so that people that are on your YouTube pages can see what I have in store for you all, and comment on it. Tell me the things that you want to know about so that I make sure that I hit those points and things like that. I am super excited about what I have in store for you, okay? We are going on a 12-week one-on-one protective style. Listen, we're going to school, okay? Okay, so first let's get to it. Let's spill the truth. This is the truth. The truth is healthy hair is 99% at home. It is 99% at home. 1% of what your stylist does, your braider does, but it is 99% at home. You are only with your stylist for a day. You are not with your stylist the rest of the 2 months that you are keeping your braids in, you're keeping your sewing in, you're keeping your wig sewn down on. You are not seeing, or you may be seeing your stylist in between in those 2 months, but you're not seeing your stylist consistently. It is 99% at home. That is the first thing that you need to know about protective styling. Okay, so something that I've noticed across the board among my clients is the lack of terminology. So I thought that it would be best to go ahead and start our protective styling one-on-one session, you know what I'm saying, me and you. I thought it'd be best that I would give you all definitions to let you know exactly what the terminology means, so that when it comes to protective styling, or when you're talking to somebody, or when you're listening to YouTube videos, you know exactly what they're talking about. What is protective styling? Protective styling is having your ends completely tucked away from the outside elements that could cause any type of moisture loss or breakage. Examples of protective styles are box braids, Marley twists, faux locks, goddess locks, Senegalese twists, cornrows, sew-ins, wigs, anything where your hair is completely tucked away from the outside elements. The outside elements are not only things like the sun and the weather. Outside elements have to do with, for instance, your t-shirt that you may have on. If you have on a cotton t-shirt and your hair is steady rubbing against it, that means that your hair is getting dry, and we all know that dry equals breakage. Other examples of outside elements would be when you're relaxing on the couch, when you're getting in the car, things like that. Anything where your ends are exposed and they're able to get damaged because of becoming dry, those are outside elements. So I don't want you to get protective styling confused with low manipulation styling. So protective styling, your ends are completely tucked away. With low manipulation styles, sometimes your ends are put away, sometimes they aren't. So examples of low manipulation styles are twist out, high puffs, donuts, 2-strand twists, and things like that. And those styles usually last about 5 to 14 days depending on how small your install is. For instance, if you're doing box braids or singles with just your hair, or 2-strand twists with just your hair, sometimes people may twist up their hair for a week and then take it out for another week, which equals up to 14 days, equals to 2 weeks. So those are low manipulation styles. Also, something I did want to say when it comes to protective styles, styles, I believe that protective styles are in a minimum of 4 weeks, as opposed to low manipulation styles where they usually stay in up to 3 weeks max, depending on what style is installed. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to get into today, after talking about protective styling, what it is, and the difference between that and low manipulation styling, I did want to talk about the difference between hair growth and hair retention. A lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot of people have it very, very, very confused. And I am here to clear it up for you. I'm here for you. Okay? So, if you do not have any type of traction, alopecia, health issues that stops your hair from growing, your hair is always, when I say always, I mean always growing. Your hair is always growing. A lot of the times people will say, I got a lot of new growth and I took my hair down, but it seemed like my hair is at the same length. I don't understand it because I have to continue to get my hair redone because my hair is growing out, but my hair won't grow past a certain length. That is because you are not retaining the length that you are growing. Your hair is breaking off at the same rate that it is growing. Protective styling helps that. A lot of ladies get stuck at these shoulder length, like terminal length syndrome type thing. I was there and I surpassed it, okay? It took me some time, but I figured out how to do it, and it's all through protective styling. Our hair gets so dry. I'm only speaking to those whose hair gets dry like mine, okay? Our hair, African American hair, tends to get really, really dry. Dry equals breakage. Having our hair put away in a protective style to keep away from outside elements, example, me getting into the car and my hair is now down here and I have it flat iron or I have it at a twist out, and now it is rubbing not only against my shirt, but it's rubbing up against the seat behind me. My hair is steady breaking. Yes, it is growing, but the more I notice, for me, the more that I have my hair out, the more that my hair breaks because of the outside elements. Using protective style helps you to retain the length. Our hair is growing, we are needing to retain the length. So adding protective styles into our daily routine, into our lifestyle, helps us to do that. When our hair is in protective styles and it is moisturized properly and it is taken care of before coming into the protective style, our hair will flourish. It will flourish, it will grow, it will have a sheen to it, it will be beautiful, it'll be soft, it'll be fluffy, it'll be moisturized. While it is completely dry, you will see a difference in your hair if you use protective styles the right way to help you retain the length that you are growing from your hair. So you ask, what are some other reasons to wear protective styles besides it being a very, very healthy way to grow out and retain the length that you are growing out? What are other reasons why we should wear protective styles? Well, you can be very, very, very versatile with protective styles. You can play with color without damaging your hair. You can work with long, you can do short hair if you have long hair and don't want to cut your hair. If you have short hair and are growing it out, you can do long hair, you can have big hair, you can have thin hair, depending on the styles that you want. You can have cornrows, you can wear wigs, you can wear sew-ins. Having protective styles and wearing protective styles is so fun. My only goal is for us to be able to have protective styles that are protecting our hair. There is no point in a protective style and if it is not protecting. That's how serious I was about that. There is no point in a protective style if it is not protecting. I have said it before, I will say it again, and I will say it again, and I will say it again, and again, and again, and again, because I mean it. My goal is healthy hair through the aid of protective styles. Alrighty, so I hope the information that was given to you today, the definitions that I have for you about protective styling, low manipulation styling, hair growth versus length retention. I hope everything that I've told you today was helpful, and I hope that it gets us started off on the right track to understanding and learning all about protective styling and how it can help us to retain our length and how we can have healthy hair growth through the aid of protecting braiding styles. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. On next week, or actually the next 7 weeks, I'm going to get into breaking down protective styles. Yes, I'm gonna break down box braids, Marley twist, Senegalese twist, faux locks, goddess locks, cornrows, sew-ins, micro braids, wigs, crochet braids. I'm going to cover all that. Feed-in braids. We're going to talk about all of those. We're going to talk about the benefits of them, when you should wear them, when you should not wear them. We're going to talk all about protective styles. The goal is to figure out when or what is the best protective style for you at certain times that your hair, whatever your hair is going through. It's all about healthy hair growth through protective braiding styles. So tune in next week, next Monday. We're going to start with my favorite, box braids. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you all next week. Please subscribe so you do not miss out on any uploads that I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, tell me the things that you liked about the videos. I'm going to be talking about box braids on next week. If there's anything that you would like to know, have a question below about box braids, and I'll try to make sure that I answer that in my video for next week. Thank you for tuning in so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and blessings. If you're interested in how I receive these soft, beautiful waves on my box braids as a box braid hairstyle, I will leave a link to the video in my description box below.